Hello everyone and welcome to Off-Grid Living News. My name is Patrick and I am the founder of this blog and website that focuses on the topic of living off the grid. I wanted to start this welcome video by at least showing you a nice view of some sections of my property, which is where I've lived for the last 23 years, which really brings up a good point of something that I wanted to say out of the gate, that I have in fact live off the grid for the last 23 years, and therefore the information and posts and things that I have on this website is really truly based on firsthand experience. It's not based on what I read in a book. It's not based on research that I did, and certainly not based on interviews with other people. It really truly is based on firsthand experience. But first of all, I wanted to explain how all of this really truly got started. I spent 9 years in school. A year out of school, I found the property that I considered to be my dream property. It was 46 acres, which backed up to National Forest, and it was vacant land, and my intention was to purchase this property and build a cabin on it. But about a month after my purchase, I realized just how much I had stretched myself financially, which was really truly the result of a lack of forethought and planning on my part. I could not afford to pay rent and pay the land mortgage, so I decided to move onto the property and in fact started living in a tent for a few months. Now I think there's not one person, one friend, or one family member that didn't think that I was crazy for making that choice. And even though I had grown up with 2 working farms in the family, where self-sufficiency truly was the way we lived, it just wasn't something we talked about, but I still was not prepared for the challenges that I faced with living off the grid on a day-to-day basis. Consequently, I learned a lot in the process, and I kept a really good attitude about what I was doing. I was completely committed to what I was doing, and here I am 23 years later, still doing the same thing. And during that time, I've had some amazing successes and some miserable failures, which I will talk about in various posts on the website. And one transition that I have seen during this time is there seems to be a lot more people that are interested in living off the grid. And I think that perhaps our political and economic climate these days has people a little fearful. I think, at least I know a lot of my friends have become weary of the high cost of utilities and basic services. I'd like to think that more people are becoming environmentally sensitive, and I know a lot of people want to get back to a basic lifestyle and live that lifestyle with really pretty minimal interference. And I think, a lot of those people really have a basic desire to get back to the basics. So if that is you and you do not know where to start, then you've certainly come to the right place. I think the information I provide here, even if you have no experience at living off the grid, can certainly give you a place to start. But I think one important thing to point out is that most people these days that think about living off the grid don't realize that this kind of lifestyle, it's not about denying yourself of anything. It's really truly about producing a lifestyle with a great degree of comfort and security, backed up by the fact that you can in fact produce and manage many of your own resources. I think on one hand, modern off-grid living is a marriage between old country wisdom and modern technology, and it is in fact this modern technology that enables me to do a lot of the things that I do. But on the other hand, we sit back and allow technology to solve our problems. It produces a great degree of ease and comfort, and we allow someone else to serve up our daily needs while we sit back in comfort and style. And I think therein really truly lies the problem. I'm just a firm believer in the fact that as long as someone else is in control of your resources, they are in fact in control of your life. And that is what Off-Grid Living News is about, is teaching you to produce and manage many of your own resources and take more control over your life. And in fact, for me, living off the grid has resulted in my being debt-free. I have fewer responsibilities. I have a lot more personal time to spend with the people I love and spend doing the things that I love. And I think all of us can have that sort of lifestyle, but you just have to be committed to making that change. And that is what I would like to help my readers to accomplish. So all that being said, again, welcome to Off-Grid Living News, and please go to my page that's labeled Start Guide. There's a ton of information in there, and with a lot of links to other articles and other posts that are on the blog. It's really a very good place for people to start. So welcome to Off-Grid Living News, and welcome to my little piece of paradise. And please sign up for Off-Grid Living News and give yourself a new start. But just one more thing before you go. Simply because of where I live and how I live, instead of listening to this noise every day, I get to listen to this every day. And I get to visit places like this on a regular basis. So please join me at Off-Grid Living News and let me teach you how to live a different, but at the same time, a very fulfilling lifestyle. I will see you soon.